Assalamualaikum dear students. I hope that you're all in a good health. I'm Aksa Malik from the senior wing and I welcome you all in the week 1 lecture of Pakistan Studies. So dear students, last week we discussed the paper pattern of class 10th and you got familiar with the content of the book. So today we'll properly begin our first class, and first of all I would like to discuss the syllabus of the first term with you. So dear students, in first term you learned the 3 chapters of Pakistan Studies, which include the history of Pakistan 2, foreign relations of Pakistan, and economic development. So let's begin the chapter number 1, which is the history of Pakistan 2.
First of all, I would like to share the objectives of the study. So after the lecture, today you will be able to define the Bhutto's era from 1971 to 1977. You will be able to explain the main aspects of the economic reforms during 1971 to 1977. And then you will be able to describe the impact of nationalization of banks and insurance companies. So let's proceed. Our first topic is the Zulfikar Ali Bhutto's era. Let's discuss the background first. So you already learned about the elections of 1970, that there were two major competing parties in Pakistan. The first was the Awami League, which was the party of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and he won 167 out of 169 seats, while on the other side there was Pakistan People's Party of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and he won 88 votes out of 144. So what happened afterwards, you read about the story that the Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he mounted the pressure and he started the civil disobedience, and finally it resulted in the separation of East Pakistan. So in the West Pakistan, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto took an oath of the president, and he took over the office of President of Pakistan on 20th December 1971. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also became the first civilian civil martial law administrator. So what is the civil martial law administrator? It is basically an authority to impose the martial law, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was the first civilian who got this title. Previously all the military men were the martial law administrators. Firstly it was the Ayub Khan, then it was Yahya Khan, and now he is the first civilian who got this title. So right after coming into the power, he made his public address, and you know that after the separation of East Pakistan, the people were pretty much demoralized, they were demotivated. So he made his first speech on the same day he became the president. He wanted to give new determination and zeal to the morale of the Pakistani people. So in his speech he said that the country is facing a serious crisis. I have taken over at a time when the history of Pakistan has reached its turning point. I have to build a new and progressive Pakistan, which the Quaid-e-Azam dreamed. It's may believe that it's definitely be done. So this was his first speech. So let's discuss about the main aspects of the economic reforms during 1970 to 1977. So dear students, keep one thing in your mind, that before the elections of 1970, when Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was running the election campaign, his major focus was to bring the economic reforms in Pakistan. Okay, and right after coming into the power, he focused on these economic reforms, and the foremost important part of these reforms were the policy of nationalization. So what is the nationalization? Nationalization is to transfer a major branch of industry or commerce from private to the state ownership. So for example, that there's a business which is being owned by a private individual. If that business has been accumulated by the government, then we call it as the policy of nationalization. So this policy of nationalization was adopted by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, and under this policy he nationalized the industries of Pakistan, and he also nationalized the banks and the insurance companies. So what was the nationalization of industries? On 2nd January 1972, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto nationalized the 10 heavy industries of Pakistan. So the question arises that why he nationalized the industries, like why there was need of this nationalization. So when Ayub Khan came into the power, you know that Pakistan come across with a huge economic development during his time period, and he introduced the capitalist economy in Pakistan. But what was the drawback? That with the passage of time, All the wealth was, wealth started to accumulate and circulate within few families of Pakistan. For example, that by 1971, 60% of industrial assets and 80% of insurance businesses were owned by just 22 families of Pakistan. It means that the major part of the country's economy is being run by the only 22 families. Okay, it means that richer is getting more richer, and the middleman and the lower class is not getting much right into this or much share into this system. So what happened, that this was the thing that Zulfikar Ali Bhutto wanted to discourage, and for that purpose he introduced the policy of nationalization. So these are some of the richest families of Pakistan at that time, means these 22 families. You can also search about these 22 families on internet. Take it as an activity and search about these families. These are just few names of these families. So what happened, that on December 22nd, 1971, the passports of these 22 families, they were confiscated. Okay, and this was not just it. The industrial licenses which were issued to these families, which were worth of more than 100 million rupees, they were all declared illegal. Okay, and then on 2nd January 1972, he nationalized the 10 heavy industries of Pakistan. And what were those industries? They were the automobile industry, the chemical industry, consumer goods industry, steel industry, heavy equipment industry, petrochemical industry, cement industry, social welfare services industry, tractor and heavy electrical equipment industry. So this was not it. Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also terminated the directors of 20 industrial units and their managing industries as well. And at the same time, he also appointed the separate managing directors for each industrial unit. So later on 16 January 1972, he also nationalized 11 more industrial units. Okay, so it was the nationalization of the industries. So the next step was the nationalization of the banks and the insurance companies. So on 19th May 1972, all the insurance companies of Pakistan were nationalized and they were merged under the State Life Corporation. There were almost 32 major insurance companies, and all of them were nationalized and they were merged under the State Life Corporation. So on 1st January 1974, all the scheduled banks were also nationalized by the government of Pakistan. So at that time, there were almost 15 private banks and all of them were nationalized. And later on, all the profit gained by the government through this nationalization, it was shared with the public. And later on, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto also brought a lot of labor reforms, and he also did a lot of agricultural reforms for the farmers. So dear students, here is your assignment. You're supposed to read about the following topics from the book, and afterwards you're supposed to solve this worksheet. Okay, do a handwritten work, and afterwards share the picture of that work with your respective teachers. So thank you very much for today. Stay healthy and safe. Allah Hafiz and have a nice day.